Have you ever said something to your adult child and then watched the relationship unravel without knowing why? Today, we're diving into 5 common mistakes parents often regret after estrangement and what you can do differently moving forward. The 5 common mistakes are: 1. Communicate guilt or obligation. 2. Skip over accountability or pain. 3. Dismiss their version of reality. 4. Center on your intent, not impact. And 5. Minimize the current relationship. I know you never meant to hurt them. I'm Marie Moore, and I'm a therapist, family repair, and estrangement coach. I've worked with countless parents who never saw it coming until it did. If you're feeling lost, hurt, or confused after your child cut ties, you're not alone. Let's talk about the power of words, regrets, and how healing can still begin. Many parents don't realize how small comments meant to help, teach, or guide can land as judgment or dismissal to an adult child. Things like, "You're too sensitive," "You were never like that growing up," "I don't understand your choices, but I'll pray for you." To the adult child, these comments might feel invalidating or like subtle rejections, especially if they're trying to assert their independence or express difficult emotions. For some, it's not one comment, it's a pattern. And when these patterns feel unsafe or unchangeable, estrangement becomes a boundary. Let's break down 5 comments I've heard repeatedly in coaching sessions that parents now regret. Something like, "After everything I did for you." Naturally, this communicates guilt or obligation. Or, "You need to forgive and move on." And this skips over accountability or their experience, their pain. "That's not how it happened." This dismisses their version of reality. Or, "I was trying to help." And this centers on the parent's intent, not impact. "You'll understand when you have kids." That minimizes the current relationship. Each of these is common. Each of them can be misunderstood, but understanding them helps us grow. Let's be clear, you're not a bad parent. You're a human being. I don't think there's one of us that doesn't make errors in the way that we communicate. Learning a different language of connection is possible. Instead, you might try something like, "Tell me more about how that felt to you." Or, "I want to understand your experience, even if it's hard to hear. And I'm open to learning what I've missed." These kinds of responses, and yeah, it takes some practice, but you can do it. They build safety and show you're willing to grow and not defend. If this is resonating with you, download my free ebook, "How to Pick Up the Pieces When You're Estranged." It's filled with tools and gentle strategies to help you find your footing again. You'll find the link in the description box. So let's go over why estranged adult children often don't explain. You might be saying something like, "Why didn't they just tell me? Why not talk it through?" The truth? Many adult children say they did try to express themselves but weren't heard, or they feared it wouldn't be safe. I can already hear parents being upset. "Well, they didn't tell me anything." "No, they never said it." Or if they did say things, there was usually a lot of heightened emotions going on, and you're wondering, why didn't they just say something directly, tell me? I didn't hear it, and now they're not willing to speak to me, and I can't make it right. All right. And I hear you. I know what you're saying. It's terrible to be in that situation. But there's no guarantee that this is going to be permanent. And we're hoping that at some point, like the research says, that as children age, they soften. So if they chose this place where they're avoiding or they decided to distance, they didn't have a language for their pain. Silence became protection. That doesn't mean you're unlovable or unforgivable. It means that they're going through something that hasn't been addressed yet. And it may very well have to do with you. This thing is complicated. There are many reasons why adult children estrange, but you still get to heal. Estrangement is overwhelming, heartbreaking. It is just awful. The truth is that it's a very complicated, complex condition. There are so many moving parts. It's not just about adult children stating that parents were narcissists, they wouldn't listen, or adult children were entitled and they were terrible. There's so many different spots in the middle where there could be some of these things that are going on, but not necessarily a broad brush to paint all of it. And I know you're probably trying to learn as much as you can about this condition. But what I can tell you is that learning skills such as how to communicate, how to say things differently. Look, it's not natural because we pretty much want to have a volley of conversation with our adult child. And we don't stop to think, oh, am I dismissing them? Am I doing this? So you have to learn in a context of practice with other people so that you're really listening to them and you're looking to help them also to better communicate with you. And the help is that they feel safe enough to do it. That's another word for saying they feel comfortable, like whatever they say, it's going to be received. Estrangement is painful, but you're not powerless. The most important step, being willing to look inward, okay? Learn from the past and stay grounded in your worth, even when it hurts. You're not alone, and healing is possible. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.